Hey guys, and welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we'll be doing the AFL Fantasy Preseason review of the Brisbane Lions and Geelong Cats practice match, where a lot of interesting stuff happened. You had some reassurance from rookies. You had Josh Dunkley go absolutely huge again, and you had some fall off from some of the regular, Brisbane players. Well, not really Brisbane, but also some surprising scores from Geelong as they really got absolutely hammered. So before we get into it, remember to like and subscribe, as a lot of videos will be coming out soon and quickly as I try and get through all this content before the start of the AFL season in 10 or 11 days. So now if we go onto this screen, here we go. Josh Dunkley, huge again, only 31 touches, but the 6 marks, 7 tackles really helps him in getting, 45 points in itself. So even if he averages only 30 disposals, he's still going to average like 110, 115 fantasy score. And I expect his disposals to go up just a little bit. Harris Andrews, 100. You can't really look much into it because he did have 7 marks, and I don't think he'll average that much next year. I think you might see a little bit of a reactionary. Everyone jumps on him, or some people jump on him. But if we look at 2022 and we look here, did he have any big games? He had a 76 here where he had 12 marks, an 83 here, 9 marks. But then again, sometimes he's going to have those tough assignments, and I don't know why. I think it was slightly because they didn't have Tom Hawkins, and it was only Jazza Cameron in the forward line as to why he put up a big number. And you just got to look at it almost with a pinch of salt, is that he's not going to do that every game, so there's not much point getting him in, especially because he's so volatile. And I think probably 90, 85 is his high, and he's got like 40, 35 as his low. Will Ashcroft, that's exactly what we needed, 97, fine with that. Literally, you're going to take Will Ashcroft at like 65, 70, any score you're going to take him at, because he's going to score more than, what is he priced at, like 36 or something like that. All he has to do is average 50, right? 55 and he's good. And he'll average more than that at that price. Lockie Neal, 95, 31 touches. A little bit low on the marks and handballs, but that's not the type of game he really plays. So 31 touches, a little bit down, but, So that's probably why I'm not going to start with him, just because there's him, Dunkley, Ashcroft, even McCluggage. McCluggage actually surprised me that he got to 95. 26 touches. I guess he's going to get a lot of his points from marks and tackles this year, so watch out for that, I guess. And Tyson Stengel, 90. I'm surprised he went big as well here, being the highest scoring cat. 20 touches, 13 kicks, 7 handballs, 6 marks, 2 tackles, so he did really, really well. And yeah, he might be an option, but I doubt he'll be, as if we look at he's priced at 70. So it's going to be pretty hard to get like much higher out of him. And he does have a very, very bottom out score of last year of 21. I don't know which game he did it in. Did he do it in an injury game? Nope, he did it against the Swans, where he just didn't get involved. But outside of that, he looks not the greatest, but like he's definitely probably an option later in the year, later in the draft for a lot of people here. Graham Myers, or however you say his name, 23 touches, 7 marks as well, so that's pretty good, but don't think he'll be much of an option. Cam Guthrie, another guy he's going to be consistent of getting scores of 80 to 100 each and every week, and he won't do much worse, he won't do much better. So this is the type of score you probably expect on 67% time on ground. Just looking here, no one else had low time on ground above him. So that's, except for Dunkley. Dunkley's not going to have 79% time on ground, so you can even expect that to go up. But Cam Guthrie, 86, yeah, that's pretty much what you expect. Zach Bailey did pretty well. but 2 goals if he doesn't score a goal. But he's the type of guy that can score a goal or so a game. But the thing is, for me, I'm not trying to look for guys that and add almost a goal or so a game in just for them to get those scores up. I'm looking for these base stats here, and then it's like, okay, they've already got pretty close to those numbers. If I add, say, 10 goals a season or something like that for a midfielder, then that's an average of like 3 more a game. So that will get him up to that price. But Zach Bailey, pretty good score. I think he's priced around 75, I want to say. 70 is priced at, so 82, probably not there, but close. Danaher, that's what it's sort of expected. Tanner Bruhn, 74, that's a very good output from him. I think he can only go up from here, especially because it was in a tough game against Brisbane. I think he could go huge in other games, and that's why I have him in my side at the moment, as he's priced at 53, and you got 20 points upside at least, in my opinion, potentially upwards of 25, 30 points upside. So he's definitely one to look out for. I just want to check here, if we look here at Tanner Bruhn 2022, I just want to look here, is he a type of guy? So he's 7 tackles, that's interesting. So tackling might go up for him. And if he can get those 2 marks a game here, I know I'm adding on stats here, but 2 marks more a game, that's 80 right there. And if you look at here, he only had not many touches. Oh, he only played 16 games. So yeah, that's 2.5 and that's 4. So they're getting there. And I do think you'll see him score a little bit. So there's definitely an option there with Tanner Bruhn. And that's why I went for it, because I went really strong in my forward line. Obviously, Tanner Bruhn's not going to be that F6 in the end. I think I'm probably going to have to find a way to work up to the likes of Cornelio even in there as well, on top of Taranto. But you see with so he's certainly an option. He's almost a stepping stone option, and I get money out of Green and Davies, and Roberts will just be someone else that debuts, probably even McAndrews, as he did all right. So now Stewart's pretty low number, 75% time on ground. He won't have that again, so you can even just basically, if he goes up to 90% time on ground, that's going to go up to almost 90 in itself, and then he didn't have that much of an influential game, so you take another 2 or 3 marks there, and there you go, there's his ton. Zach Guthrie, I just don't think there's enough ball distributing time there for him to be able to get it, as I think you have Stewart and Duncan will come back into the side if he didn't play, and that'll get you the 2 guys ahead of him, and that'll lower his score again. That's probably his max at 71. Gunston, Coleman pretty low, but 69% time on ground, that'll increase, so that's where his scoring will go. Rich probably takes a little bit of a decrease just because Coleman takes a more increase. Starsvich 64, and then Fort 64, Parfitt, Max Holmes, don't think he's probably in that range that you can get him. Doesn't have enough upside. Jackson Price started well, I'm pretty sure, but then sort of fell off. O'Connor's just going to tag, if anything. Dempsey, 54. Dangerfield, 54. Dangerfield, 59% time on ground. That's really low, so you can upgrade his score a little bit during the season, but I don't think he'll do much. I don't think he has any upside, really. Cameron, 53. Rowan, 52. Stanley, 51. McCarthy, you're starting to get to all these guys that are just not really that interesting. And then you come down here to the rookie guys. McKenna, 46, get an outscore, but at 330k or 370k, Constable's 40k cheaper, and he'll average, I'm telling you, he'll be the number 1 distributor down back for Gold Coast, I think. Or at least play in the midfield even. And he'll get average 70, 75. So Connor McKenna's not that good. Wilmot, 43, just as a bench player, that's at 200k. That's pretty good. His 200k is an average of 23, I believe. 23, so he's 20 points upside at least. And he was playing Geelong, so maybe against weaker sides he gets another 10, 15 points. So he averages 48, 49, somewhere around there. And that will be good enough for his price. Cam Rayner down back really shocked me as he went away he started pretty well, and I think he might have got chucked forward considering he had a scoring shot. And then there's not really any much more to talk about here. There wasn't Bose or anyone else that you gotta also include. No Bose, no who's the other guy, Duncan, to talk about, and I don't think Brisbane was missing anyone. So if I go back to this screen, it's not working. There we go. That's my review of the Brisbane Lions and Geelong Cats AFL Fantasy practice game. So that's the, I believe, third one now. If you want to watch the other ones, there'll be the playlist up in the corner. If you want to watch the other AFL Fantasy content, there'll be another playlist. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be with you with more content in the future. Bye, guys.